everyone. Today, we're going to make some bold statements. After years of hard work, a few wrong terms, and core correction, the cloud-native networking is now complete and optimized.
So a complete cloud-native networking stack begins with Ingress. Glue is an incredibly popular Envoy-based API gateway that's optimized for scale based on feedback from thousands of community users. But there was one optimization remaining, and that was an open governance model for that community. At KubeCon North America, we announced our intent to donate Glue to the CNCF as K-Gateway, and we're excited to share today that K-Gateway is now an official CNCF sandbox project. That's right. Thank you. We're very excited about that. We're also excited about our announcement at KubeCon North America and the Istio community's announcement that Ambient Mesh went GA in the Istio community. Ambient sidecarless architecture optimizes for cost efficiency, performance, and user experience for service mesh in Kubernetes. Today, we're announcing 2 new tools at ambientmesh.io that help existing sidecar users adopt Ambient. The first is a cost analysis tool that looks at your environment and will predict the cost savings of migrating from sidecars to Ambient. The second tool is an automated zero downtime migration tool that helps users move from sidecars to Ambient with a single command.
And when we say optimize, we mean optimize. We build multi-cluster functionality into Ambient that deliver a jaw-dropping experience. It's lightweight, it's intuitive, and it's effortless. And when we say scale, we mean scale. 100 million pod scale with incredible performance. So all the components, all the building blocks are now as part of the CNCF. So please go try that and continue helping us enhance it and fine-tune the stack. And we completed it just in time. Just in time to what? Just in time for the biggest transformation of the century. And of course, I'm talking about AI. AI is going to touch every aspect of our life, and it will be careless not to adopt it. So if AI is this huge transformation, we must ask ourselves, are we ready for it? More important is the infrastructure that we built together as a community for the last decade is ready for it. Can we reuse it? Is there any gaps? So let's envision together the future infrastructure for AI and agentic workload.
All right, so let's start where many companies begin in their generative AI journey, integrating applications in their Kubernetes clusters with hosted LLM providers. This integration requires those applications to egress calls to hosted models. Those calls require guardrails, semantic analysis, cost, and end-to-end governance controls. In this scenario, we worked with many of our existing customers that were doing these exact use cases and implemented these features in our product, Glue AI Gateway. We're excited to share today that we have open sourced these AI Gateway features as part of the K-Gateway project. The next step for many of these organizations is to start hosting model serving on their own infrastructure. But this places some very specific new requirements on the ingress tier around request routing, prioritization, and load balancing for fine-tuned LLMs running on GPU-based infrastructure. The community, the CNCF community, recognized this gap and implemented a new spec and API called Gateway API Inference Extensions. Solo is proud to be one of the community members that contributed to this spec, and also that we have provided a full implementation of the spec and API in the open source K-Gateway project. Clayton and Joshua will be covering inference extensions in their keynote tomorrow, so if you want to learn more, definitely catch that keynote.
Another use case, important use case, is related to the workload themselves. So not only the infrastructure is evolving, but the workload themselves, the application themselves are transforming. from what we can call today a traditional microservices all the way to agentic workload, where the business logic, when the LLM is actually in charge of the business logic, and core component like, tools and function calling becoming the core. So let's explore what does it mean to the infrastructure, and we will start with the tooling. So one of the very, very exciting innovations that happen right now in the market, in the AI market, is MCP. MCP is a protocol from Anthropic that defines the communication between the agent and the tools. And MCP works fantastic for low-scale tools, so basically a few tools. But what happens if you have 100 tools? Or what happens if you have 1,000 tools? How are you going to address problems like discovery, like security, like observability? So, is that problem sounds familiar to you? Because honestly, we already solved it, right? The same problem, different protocol, but the same problem. And we solve it with API Gateway. So today, I'm extremely excited, thrilled to announce MCP Gateway. MCP Gateway is going to federate all the tools, all the tool servers to a single endpoint, and then seamlessly going to multiplex the traffic to the upstream tool. The great news, the best news, is that, of course, it's open source, and it's already upstream to K-Gateway. Go check it out.
All right, so up to this point, we've focused on the network connectivity layer for agentic infrastructure in Kubernetes, but one problem remains. What about building, deploying, and managing agents themselves in Kubernetes? We saw a gap here, and we created the K-Agent project to address this gap. K-Agent is based on a core agent framework layer based on Microsoft's AutoGen, but it adds 3 important components, or extends that foundation with 3 important components. The first is an MCP-based tooling layer that's extensible and ships out of the box in the project with tool server implementations for some of those popular CNCF projects. The second layer is a set of example agents that leverage these tools to align and support traditional application development and platform engineering workflows in Kubernetes. And finally, K-Agent defines a declarative API and controller implementation to simplify development of your own agents for deployment in Kubernetes.
K-Agent, we believe that K-Agent will do to platform engineering what Cursor did for software engineering. So we open sourced K-Agent 2 weeks ago, and the early response are incredible. We truly believe that K-Agent is a crucial piece of the future infrastructure. And as one, it belongs to the CNCF. So let's make it happen right now. So I created a pull request, and I have it here. And we're going just to push the button and donate it to the CNCF. Thank you, it's done.
That always makes me nervous. I expected to time out or something. That's awesome. Okay. All right. So thanks very much. We're out of time. I just want to point out that we made a lot of announcements here. This QR code will take you to more details on everything we announced. But more importantly, if you come by our booth, all the engineers behind these projects are there and they want to talk to you. We have hands-on labs for everything we've discussed today, so you can get hands-on with the technology. And we have some really cool swag. So please come by and check it out.
And we are hiring.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, guys.